welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC. Question, do you like retro gaming? Well, if you do, then you want to hear from our next guest, Sumner Henry. He is the organizer of the CoMo Retro Game Convention.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Oh my goodness, happy to have you. Sumner, tell us how this came to be a thing.
Well, I turned 16 years old, and I went to this event in Bloomington, Illinois, and I thought, well, Bloomington's kind of the same vibe as Columbia in that same way. I thought, well, I'm surprised we don't have a show like that here. And ever since I got my license at 16, I was like, I got to drive to these venues and stuff. I got to, see if they're going to do this or not. And a lot of them didn't really take me seriously at first. It's like, look, this 16-year-old kid obviously can't rent a space, That's like the first thing that comes in their heads when it comes to that. And then like Stoney Creek's like, go ahead, try it. I mean, as long as you pay us at the end of the day,
Yes.
That's
all that's important.
Yeah, it's important.
That's all that's important. So how long have you been doing? How long has this been happening here?
This will be our third year running this right now. Yeah.
Wow. So tell me what kind of things we'll see at the CoMo Retro Game Convention.
Of course. Well, if you want to buy any like older Atari, like Nintendo Entertainment System, that kind of stuff, that's the perfect place to buy it. We also have like guests ranging from all across the United States talking at panels.
Wow.
And then arcade machines as well too, if you're into that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff there as well.
So I don't want to age myself or date myself, but I grew up on Atari, right?
Yeah.
So like Pong, and the Pac-Man.
Right.
That's my era.
Right.
Galaga.
Right. We have all kinds of eras when it comes to that. We even have people that are nostalgic for like the PS3 and Xbox 360 now, which is kind of my generation. It's kind of funny.
Yes.
Seeing those people come into the show and be like, okay, we kind of want that era kind of stuff, which we do. We do. We even have people sell Switch games at some point, like the newer stuff. So, pretty much it ranges from everyone. Like everyone can kind of get into this show.
This sounds super fun.
Oh, yeah.
So I know our listeners will want to know for sure. Tell us when this is, where it is, how you get tickets, or give us the logistics.
Oh, sure. So it's in Columbia. And the show, so the venue itself is at Stoney Creek, and I'm sure you guys heard it. It's off Providence Road. And the most important thing, if you want to attend, is obviously get a ticket at our website. And we'll be selling those until the day of.
Okay.
And then you can also, if you don't get them online, you can also get them at the door as well. We'll be having tickets available there as well.
Perfect. Well, Sumner, thank you so much for doing this, bringing this to Columbia, and for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun being here right now.
So you may notice that I've changed my seat, and I am rocking and rolling on this new seat. And Pat Matthews from E-Carrier Design Company is here to tell me all about where I am sitting.
Yeah, look at you. So you're sitting on a soul seat, and we make the soul seat for folks that they want to spend less time recovering from work in the evening, spending more time enjoying family and their other activities. And so what the soul seat does is it keeps you moving throughout the day so you're not paying the price for sitting disease. And so you've got about a dozen or more postures you can choose from. And look at your posture. Already you're just effortlessly, right?
Yes.
You're not fighting with the chair or fighting with gravity. You don't need any lumbar support.
Nope. It's an amazing thing because when you see this, I don't know if what you see is what I'm feeling when I'm sitting on this chair. It feels great.
Right.
It's very comfortable. I like the fact that I have my knee up like this is how I really like to sit. But it feels like a stretch, like I feel like I'm stretching. So I feel like I'm doing something really good while I'm sitting as well.
Well, and part of what we do is help people get started on the journey, a quest to regain the posture and the sitting mastery they had when they were toddlers. And so some folks we've had like 3 or 4 customers that have sold our chair back to us because we have a circular economy, and then they buy our floor desks. And because they work on the floor.
Really?
So they get that. Yeah, the chair can get you back to sitting on the floor like you did when you're in kindergarten.
And you sat crisscross applesauce on the floor?
Either sit or legs out. So yeah.
Okay, I like that. And you told me something really cool about this because you said, don't worry if you put your shoe up here.
Oh yeah.
Because this is what?
It's a polyurethane. Some people call it vegan leather. It's really, really durable.
Oh, I like that because sometimes I might have heels on while I'm working and I might want to put my feet up
Yep.
on the chair.
Exactly.
But really the fact that I don't need like the back support.
Lumbar support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when people look at our chair, they don't realize it's an ergonomic chair because they expect to see that back. And so we call it the soul seat sigh when they look askance and a little, that looks painful. It looks like a torture device, right? And then you sit and they look like you do. It's they remember what it was like to sit on the floor as a toddler and when they had mastered. You can't teach a toddler how to sit.
No.
You know, we spend the rest of our lives learning how to walk and dance but you can't teach a toddler anything new. They've mastered sitting.
I don't think so. How did this become a thing?
So that's a really good question. We went viral back in, I think, 2019. And it's now such a thing that there are people copycatting us.
Oh.
So it's kind of hard to find us if you just Google Soul Seat.
Okay.
But if you go to Ikari Design, you'll find we're the original.
The original.
So we were under the radar for a long time. People didn't know what we were. And then I hired my daughter and everything changed after that. So,
Understood, because she was able to get that market. I bet it was that push out piece, right?
So Hannah Hallwell she's responsible for that, and also for us gaining B Corporation status.
Okay.
So now we're up in the same tier with Ben and Jerry's and Warby Parker and Patagonia.
All those names that people know.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this will become one of those household names too.
Yes.
Because seriously, I'm really enjoying this. This is my first time sitting on one, even though I've seen one before.
Yeah.
Like this is my first time sitting on one. So I really love what you've created here.
Thank you.
And I have to get one for myself.
Yes.
For my home office.
Yes. Well, we can, and we have a loaner program. So anyone local, if you need to try it out for a couple weeks,
I like it.
Talk to us, and we can get it just right. And there's also a couple over at the J School.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Pat, thank you so much for joining us. Soul Seat, Ikari Design.